growing up, in the main bathroom that I used, there was a mirror behind the sink, then also a mirror to the left of that. And that mirror was a little cabinet mirror, so the mirror part came off of it to open the cabinet. And I would regularly open that cabinet so that the mirror was leaned out and look at myself in the two mirrors cornered together. And it made it so there was like a dozen faces of me. Like it was a mirror of me looking at a mirror of me looking at a mirror, you know? And it's fascinating that I resonated with that reflection a lot. Like I regularly looked at myself in that specific manner. And it's like deeply upsetting now that I can't do that anymore because the style of mirror in that place has changed. But it's fascinating that I began recognizing myself in that way as the dissociative switches began. And there were a dozen people in my brain, rather than just one reflection. Living with a dissociative identity has taught me so much about the magic of existence. So much of what the average person will take for granted, I don't have the opportunity to take for granted anymore. With the level of, I was disabled for like the majority of the past 5 years. Like things they reached a point of severity with my dissociative identity disorder. And so learning to appreciate the gift of sanity and aspects of the world around us because of the way that it can be experienced. For example, beautiful things in nature are beautiful, but until you're there being present with the experience, it's not impacting you. And so all the beauty around us and the magic of our own minds, I feel like I am appreciating it on a deep level for the first time in my life. And I genuinely believe that if I hadn't had gone down this intensive healing journey route, I don't know that I ever would have learned to appreciate those things. I would have been too busy taking them for granted and just using them all the time. But once you can't use them anymore, once you can't experience them anymore, you start to look at life a little differently. And it can be devastating or it can be beautiful. And for me, it's been both. And embracing the beauties and wonders of my mosaic mind is transforming me. Because, a lot of reasons, but for one reason, because the level of brilliance and miraculous wonder and magnificent magic that exists within our own consciousness is indescribable. Everything that I'd be pursuing traditionally is not relevant at this point because there is so much wonder within my own being, and prioritizing that heals me, whereas prioritizing the external things that I was desiring to prioritize, it was only increasing my fragmentation. And this healing journey is just, it's so powerful. And I'm grateful that I'm starting to have an increased ability to experience sanity so that I can actually appreciate these things, because that is part of the gift of sanity, is being able to choose gratitude and being able to have the cognitive capacity to appreciate things within your experience. It's beautiful.